I should review those Five Nights at Freddy's songs. But no one really reviews songs, well, not properly anyway. And you know what, I probably won't be able to do it either. But I'll give it a go. So, Five Nights at Freddy's. Who knew? Who knew how big it would become, and the fact that it would get songs as well. And this all started with the living Tombstone in the song that you can probably just about hear behind me. And this was literally just called the Five Nights at Freddy's song, and still is. This is the original, and to a lot of people it's the best. And because of it, there's a load of songs that back this up as well. This is definitely one of the most used and well known out of the songs, because it was the first, and we haven't really had anything like it before. Overall, what do I think of this song? Because this is a review, obviously. Well, honestly, I think it's actually a pretty damn good song. It's honestly amazing, because normally you'd expect something like this to be okay at best, but I actually do really like it, and I think it's a pretty damn good song. And it's got a nice beat, a nice rhythm to it. And it's just nothing like it really. It's very different in its approach to things. And for one, the lyrics, it's actually hard to hear what the lyrics are the first time you hear this song. I remember the first time I heard it, I couldn't actually pick up what the lyrics were until I actually seen it a few times, well, listened to it, and actually seen what they are. But it actually also does a good job at telling what the whole story is about. And it gives another perspective on what it's like from the animatronics point of view. I mean, what else can I say? The only thing I would say about it is a bit short. It comes in at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. At least this one is. This is the official one. I would have much preferred if the final chorus was repeated twice. It's just something I personally like. I mean, it is a bit short, but there are 1,000 remixes of this song. But how can you top the original? It's the original. This is it. I really do listen to this song, and I've listened to it a lot. However, like all good things, sometimes you can get a bit sick of this, because this song has been on for ages and ages. I mean, this is of 2014 now, and it's still being listened to today like it was brand new. Though after the franchise has died down in that, less and less people are listening to this, and it's being used less and less with other songs out there. So overall, I do think it's nice. It's got a nice beat to it. It's one of those songs where it's pretty easy to get into it straight away, and I do like it. I can't really say much. I don't know how. It's really hard to review music. But there it is, I guess. Well, I gotta say, the first time I heard this, I thought, this is different. And this is probably the most different out of all the living Tombstone FNaF songs. It's got a much different tone, and it's got less of a bass, and this is seems more of a light-hearted version of a song, really. But this was actually the first one that actually had a proper music video to it, and it was in 8-bit, which was a trend that continued to have proper music videos to go with it. That wasn't just the lyrics. That carried on to the third one as well, and somewhat in the fourth one. But also, this was also back when we didn't actually know a lot about the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, and this song, as well as being a song, was also like a theory video as well to what happened. This was like the living Tombstone's theory of all the murders and what happened, and a lot of people believe, even though this is disproven, at least somewhat, some bits could still happen in that, who knows. But overall, this is my least favourite song, and actually I'm not a massive fan of it. Some people have it as their favourite, and that, but me, it's just not my cup of tea. Really, I much prefer much more the heavier bass of the other songs. This one also seems to have a lot of piano and that, and know, I do like some songs with piano, but just this one just isn't really mine. And also, I don't like the singing in this. I just don't. Really, it's just not mine. I can't really describe it in a way. Is it bad? No, I don't think it's bad. And actually, this is probably one where I prefer the instrumental version over this one. Just because I really just do not like... who is singing this? It is featuring someone. I don't know who you are. Again. What do you think of this? Honestly, I'm asking. This is not my most professional video. In fact, it's probably one of my least professional videos. But I just wanted to do it just so it's all like nice and wrapped up and that. But I will say this about this one. Because this one was actually, I think, the first for FNaF Phase 2, or at least one of the first. And it just showed that this franchise and that was getting much bigger and bigger. I mean, a franchise with songs, not just, and more than one song, like a song for each day. And this sort of showed that that there will be a song for each game afterwards. So, you know, you can give it that, at least. So, for the first time in quite a while, this was not the first one for the FNaF Phase 3 song. This was not the first song to come out for that third game, and actually this one came out pretty late. And for a long time, including myself, I thought that this would be the final Living Tombstone song, because it took him a very long time, over a year, to release the fourth one until just recently, just actually a couple of days ago. And honestly, I do really like this one. A lot of people like this originally, but then decided that they didn't like this. Honestly, I think it's got that great melody. I definitely prefer this one to the second one. Though listening to it again, oh, maybe it's because I've listened to it quite a lot, and that I still don't think it's as good as the first one. The first one will probably always be my favourite, just because, you know, there'll be nothing like it again. But I will say this also, this one definitely has the best music video, official music video by the Living Tombstone, because it uses the source film animatronics, the first generation ones. And I think that is much better, and clearly a lot of effort was put into the video of this. But honestly, in terms of, I can't really say much about this. I'll say the melody is good, but in terms of the lyrics, there doesn't really seem to be much up and down. It just seems to be all on one level. That's a little bit disappointing that, who does this, I can't remember who this actually features. I don't know who this features. This is really professional, isn't it? Okay. But there's moments like this section here now that I feel like just go on a little bit too long. I know the music and that is it's all about the rhythm and the music and that, but this just seems to go on a little bit too long, and that I kind of like to have a bit of lyrics here and there, and I think that's something that some of these are lacking. Also, it's hard to determine whose perspective this is from. It's just saying, I hope you die in a fight. Is it from the purple guy's perspective? Is it from some unknown person? We don't actually know in this case. I'm assuming it is from the purple guy to the animatronics, hoping that they die in a fire. But this is the one that generally I don't hate it. I do like it. I think it's better than the second one. But now that the fourth one is out and that. This one just seems to be blown out of the water, and is just remembered for just being the third one. Is it the best out of the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 songs? I don't know. The first one is definitely the best out of the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 songs, in my opinion. But who knows? Well, after a very long wait, pretty much every other FNaF 4 song that was going to happen happened. We finally got this one, which and I forgot to mention the second song was called It's Been So Long. The third one was Dying Fire, and this one is called I Got No Time. If you thought the lyrics were hard to understand from the first song to actually hard to hear what the words particularly were, you won't even want to attempt. Luckily, and also it's weird that I think the video is actually worse on this one, because although the imagery of the bedroom there is nice, you know, this feels like this video has a lot less effort into it. I'm not trying to diss on the Living Tombstone and that, but seriously. Also, we've gone back to like the original voices, and that this is no longer featuring someone else. So that's interesting. That's interesting compared to before. That we've gone back to more of a metallic voice, which I think suits the FNaF franchise a lot better than this. Also, just a warning. There's a lot of bright flashing colours in this video, so just a warning. But I actually quite like the BTS one and that, but this reminds me of another song, and for the life of me I can't remember what it is, but it does remind me a lot of another song. And also there's also a homage to the original FNaF song in this, in the sort of melody. You can actually hear it just going to lead. And also this was actually premiered live at a show, some show in America, but as soon as that show was finished, it was on the Living Tombstone's channel. But honestly, I think this is getting back to basics, and it reminds me a lot of the first one, and I do really like this beat in that. It really uplifts me a lot, the fact that this pretty much can this and that's similar to the first one, and it really gets you a lot. It's one of those songs that pretty much wakes you up and just makes you imagine all this, and I get sort of like the vision of this kid being on a table about to die. You go get that in the video as well. But pretty much this makes a nice like golden wrap on the FNaF franchise. And overall, I mean, if this were the Living Tombstone, you can say if it wasn't for him, there may not be no FNaF songs at all, and that because, you know, he kicked it off, he started it, and this is what did help Five Nights at Freddy's get big. I mean, there's the games, there's the songs, there's a movie coming, there's fan movies, there's a toy line coming as well. Five Nights at Freddy's action figures and toys and plushies and that, they're all coming. Expect proper reviews on them. But overall on that, I mean, the Living Tombstone does do other songs and that. He did a remix of Spooky Skeletons, which I thought was really good as well. But I think this is going to be a staple for him in that, and this is what he's going to be remembered for. And rightfully so, because these are actually pretty damn good songs and that, and I hope he has a good career out of it. But overall, that's it for this review. Sorry if this seems very unprofessional and that, because it probably is. I wasn't quite sure how the hell I was meant to review this. I mean, how do you review songs and that? There's very few people who do reviews of songs. There's a lot of people who react to them, but just trying to in depth and that, and also the lyrics and that are much. I think the lyrics of this one were much better, and that they're on par with the first one. which way here. So anyway, that's it. Bye.
What is that?
Do you know what it's saying? You have no idea what's happening, do you? Any opinions so far?
What is this? What have you made it?
Well, I didn't make it. The living Tombstone did. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I couldn't actually understand myself until I saw the lyrics. And some words I still can't understand, but it's kind of with the first FNaF song. But eventually you do understand it. So, any thoughts? Anything?
It's a good song. I just don't understand what he's saying.
No. I mean, if you listen to it, I sort of understand, you know, some of the words and that now. Most of them, though there's some that I still don't understand myself.
Mm.
Anyway, thank you for coming.
Okay, bye.
Bloody hell. Oh, Jesus. I've never been so knackered in my life.